they usually don't reinvent the wheel, especially going into a series like this. But remember, the series we talked about that's coming up on Saturday, if you're D plus Kia, you're not going to go, well, I think this is what T1 think the read on the meta is. This is their way of punishing Illusion Comp with their own style and showing nothing while doing so.
It really is. Let's hop into the Rift here for game number 1. T1, full information of what's going on here as they did have that ward put down. Their homework 100% done. Beautiful stuff. You love to see it. They're going to continue waiting here just to make sure.
Double Scorch for Taeyun and Moham. First strike on the Lucian, but no Ignite. Make some with that level 1 hit.
All right, well, Gamushi and Carrier doing some battle as they assert their dominance, and this is what we were talking about. He's played it 6 times, and then it was illegal from that point on.
Set up earlier on. Owner's going to, of course, take away his jungle here. Has level 3.
Yeah, and Youngjae does too. Winter's Wrath will connect as Owner going to get the Electrocute proc, and the Sejuani is bullied away from this area. They were setting up for some sort of dive, though, and the main thing is that Youngjae gets down here to protect his bottom lane. But Faker has the inside track, and he's looking to make his way over. Oh, that's a lot of value with that volley as well, as now T1 bearing down on this turret. Faker's going to move in. Ghost already in hand. Arctic Assault is good as there it is. He bonks their heads together. Can he get the kill, though? Is the question. The answer is yes. Owner's going to lock that one down. It's another kill to go over to T1. They'll lose the elites. But this lane is 100% done. It's over.
This game may be 100% done, Atlas. And if you guys look at the minimap at that moment, you see Bulldog just knows it's doomed. Good luck, guys. I'm pushing mid because there's nothing he can do.
Well, Faker also in a little bit of trouble here, but does have the Haymaker shield. There's the flash that he held for about an eon. Do like that. Allows him to keep playing aggressive as Faker's just going to move towards Bulldog here. Great Cocoon will connect. Facebreaker comes down. Gravity field's good, but Faker is out of the range of the turret. And in the meantime, Bulldog's going to be zoned away from these minions. Death Ray comes in. Faker's just looking to clear this one out.
Well handled.
A bit of a reset.
Well handled by Bulldog. Has Ghost, can just back out, doesn't need to flash. Knows Faker doesn't have 6 because he spent so much time out of lane. He has the level 6 advantage. Doesn't die there or have to expend his flash.
Ooh, okay, well, he is going to come back down here towards this bottom side. Level 5 for Faker, so doesn't have the showstopper available, but he's going to break a couple of faces, and Taeyun taking so much damage. Youngjae, the first one to go down. Taeyun's dead again, and T1 are just wiping out this bottom lane. There is nothing they can do. Moham! Oh, Moham! He's just dead. Gumiush is going to pick that one up. Another plate comes in.
3 kills at 7. Bulldog is PvE. Like I said, like before, he can't do anything.
No.
He lost his Ghost. He's zoned out. Faker's not killing minions. He's killing champions.
That's why I was so sad about Moham. There's literally nothing he could do.
Nothing he could do. And I mean, we said it from the draft. This was going to be a rough time, and they are just hard committing to making sure that is the case. Yes. And Zeus is going to get, can he get every plate top? I think he can.
I think he possibly can, as the arrow is going to sail into the mid lane.
How's your riposte?
Oh, Jonas Strong, I love it. I love your work, as the riposte doesn't come in. The Ventral Maelstrom, that's not the ability. It's Slicing Maelstrom, and he's going to pick up the kill. I think Carrier gets it again. Another POG for Carrier. What do you reckon?
I mean, this just cannot be happening. They're only up in the mid lane.
Wow. And you say it's a humiliation, but I think that this is the combination of... Oh, okay, Bulldog. He's in a bit of trouble here. Coon will connect, and he's really dead.
So how long are those plates up in the mid lane for?
Well, we'll see how... I think, how long does it take for Caitlyn to shoot them down?
Demolish as well.
There's a Herald. Yeah, I guess it's after 8 minutes. That's true.
I was going to mention your Rage Blade Orianna. And all.
Yeah, I am a huge fan. But Zeus is building it now, gets the snap or the stun onto Bulldog. Youngjae's going to move in, Carrier's down as well. As Chaos Storm going to come in. Zeus is flashing after him, the arrow goes wide. And yeah, Zeus is going to get stunned, so I think he's just dead. And there he goes. Carrier not going to offer enough damage, and that is another kill.
He gets some freedom there. We go to late game 5v5 fights. Oh,
Moham's dead.
And that's a flash down too.
Oh, Ace in the hole comes in. Gravity. Oh. Okay.
You had hope for a second, didn't you?
I did.
You thought for just a moment maybe he wouldn't die.
Yeah. I mean, they did kind of invest everything to try and save him, and it just didn't do anything.
Cannon pushing her out. He's just going to catch the bottom wave. They're just going to start Baron. He's going to TP in for safety.
Yep. Carrier can keep Youngjae out of here for a while. He has Arctic Assault available to get over. Cocoon will connect there as Faker breaks his face, and he just wants to pull YoungJay out. The Baron is going to go. Faker can tank for about 16 years. Zeus might be the sacrificial cannon here for a moment, but he's not. He'll be fine, as Ona almost finds that Cocoon. That was very close to being beautiful.
That was a 3v4 fight too.
Yeah. Bulldog coming over. And I like how he's playing this Mickey, you know? He's not getting intimidated.
Got to be so careful about Zeus here when he has ult, but they know he does not. He doesn't have flash either.
Taeyeon got hit by a volatile Spiderling that did half of his health bar. Owner is pretty strong as well. Arrow's going to connect the chain CC. Just massive, and Bulldog is 100% the target that T1 are going to be looking for. Is now Faker. He smells blood in the water. Showstopper as Moham. Oh, no, poor Moham. Why choose Moham? It's not fair, Wolf.
June is very thankful he was not starting today now, because I don't know, it doesn't matter if it's actually a clone of Keria on the other side. I don't know if the impact can be made to save this game with this draft and the way that T1 has played this so beautifully early. And the forced ghost on the Bulldog, I think, is one of the biggest problems here for Kwangdong, because if he could teleport bottom and help defend that dive, maybe this game looks a little bit different, but he can't. He's running Ghost, and he can't chase Faker either. He'll lose out at the early game exchange there. If he tries to follow the set over, he just dies faster, and then the dive is even stronger.
Oh, Dudu. On the flank, there's the Glacial Prison. Kerry is real dead. I like that.
Baby steps.
Setting it up, capitalizing on maybe some overextension T1's side. As what was that tactic?
A little bit of a greedy move here.
In the meantime, YoungJay's dead. Oh, no, not quite. I take it all back. Arrow piercing the side of the map. Zeus diving forward on top of Bulldog. We've been here before. Zeus throws down a preemptive slicing Maelstrom and stuns up Bulldog as he's making his way out. Faker, he's jogging towards this top side. Bulldog is his target, as we can see. He's hurting the members of Kwangdong Freaks right now as he picks up Dudu. Facebreaker is going to collect Bulldog. Faker doesn't get both of them, which is, I think, what he was going for there. He'll have to settle with just the one kill.
Titanic Hydra, not Ravenous Hydra for Zeus.
Yeah.
Just...
And Lord Dom's complete for which is a bit sad.
Oh,
thought it might be
wrong.
Right.
He might have had a little bit, like he might have been just a few hundred gold off.
Yeah, might have been that.
He's earned 11.6 thousand this game, though. That's 3,000 ahead of his opponent.
That is. That's quite a large number.
We did crest the
turret. He's going down.
Yeah. You were saying like 25 minutes, that's probably when it's going to end. We might be at that point.
Uh-oh. Well, Arrow is going to pick the gap. Don't get any points for that. As, all right, Faker's going to move on in. They deal with the last remaining inhibitor turret. YoungJay's real dead. As Dudu, oh my, what the heck? Kumiyushi flies forward with his Gale Force and just eradicates Kwangdong Freaks from the map. This Nexus turret not going to be long for the world. Facebreaker gets flashed, but Bulldog not going to be so lucky. Moham, a couple more autos, and he's going to be dead, but he at least gets to the relative safety of his fountain. T1 are done with this game. This has been utter domination from start to finish, and T1 will put Kwangdong Freaks out of their misery.
T1 made him cry. That's what this draft is. That's what this game was. Like that is what we just commentated, sort of, in this first game.
To the best of our ability, Wolf. To the best of our ability.
Okay, well, that's an official recorded game, as they say. I hope that we have learned our lesson, Kwangdong Freaks. It's time to stop screaming, this one was not a success.
Or just Caitlyn Varus. Okay. Support Varus, support Caitlyn, who cares? One of those things are happening. Considering it for now.
It's a lot of damage poke-wise here.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to commit. So
now we get to see exactly who's going to be playing what. I assume that it's going to be Guma on Caitlyn and Keria on the Varus.
I think so, because that's what makes the most sense, because it's much easier for Keria to obviously farm Spell Thief's Edge, if that's the support item he's going to choose here. Just in general, his gold item where he gets damage from his poke, much easier to pull that off than Caitlyn, so Caitlyn not going to be able to scale as well off of the support item and having less gold. Varus also has the utility of his ultimate, although they swapped the last second.
Okay, that's interesting. I was wondering how this was going to go.
Keria might be playing AD carry. Have to pick people. It could be a disaster.
It's certainly good. Let's see if it is. We hop under the rift. This is
So Halo Blades coming up here, obviously going to give her some extra power with those trades, and that's what you want if you're playing support Caitlyn, which is not, I mean, don't try this at home, kids, please. But if you are going to play this, that's what you want to get that extra damage through these autos. It's exactly what I'm talking about. And in the
barriered for the trade.
Yeah, and he's still now at 130.
Dudu's dead.
Yeah. Luckily, Dudu doesn't have to flash, but he's still in a really rough spot. His owner's going to come up here and try to set up for something against this early Maokai. Might just hard force the dive.
Well, let's see. There's the flash. Dudu is very, very dead, but can he get something back? The answer is yes, and that's an execution. All right, of course it is. Sure. Okay. Very, very cute. As Gumayusi is just trying to do what he can here. Does have to flash away, though. Carrier also misses the Peacemaker. But you can see the looming Piggy. Ona making his way in. And Winter's Wrath's going to come down. And despite the fact that a few things worked out, I think this still is going to go in the wrong direction. The Permafrost comes in. Ona survives. Carrier also lives. Moham's dead. And the Piggy goes down. But it doesn't matter. Look at all these minions.
Look at all the minions that they are not going to get. It is a repeat here going into this second game of the last one. Just a little bit different circumstances here. It's not the full dive with Faker coming down on set. Just
dead Maokai. Look at all of this gold.
Yeah, the difference in this game is that T1 can do those things if they play like T1.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're T1.
Yeah, and they probably will be T1 as Youngjae has to flash. Permafrost almost stacked up there as Twisted advanced to get on in. Youngjae is going to see what he can do. That's the wrong turret. He's still dead. And that's going to be Zeus picking up that kill. But Bulldog now to come on forward will be able to pick it up. Perfect execution is exactly that. And the young player doing fantastic work already.
Now, this was a bit of an overextension here for T1. And Zeus is just so squishy. You know, at this stage of the game, Dudu has level 6, so gets on top of him there.
Almost all the plates are gone, which is a worry. Nature's Grasp going to come forward as Carrier is going to sacrifice himself for the good of the colony. You love to see it. And that is going to make sure that at least Gumayusi survives.
Giving the kill over to Youngjae here is an interesting choice. Actually, you're punching Zeus.
Oh, that's the solo kill! Dudu is going to pick it up. He was already smashing this lane, actually. All right, let's check out the replay one more time. As we were trying to watch this, the turret's going to fall down. That's all of the plates. Yeah. Bottom lane's still a disaster, but this was pretty cool.
Youngjae smashes him towards this Renekton who has ult available, and Zeus is just so squishy.
Yeah, well, Zeus might also be dead again. He is. Taeun is going to go down as well. He's not the main character of this story. T1 are just going to walk up the bottom lane.
This is just Kwangdong giving up bottom.
Yeah, Faker's going to come on over. The backflip does come forward. Emperor's Divide avoided. Very nice. Ace in the hole comes in, and Bulldog has to flash. Oh my goodness. That arrow did a lot of work.
So this is now a base race in League of Legends?
At 9.5 minutes?
Zeus going to grab plate mid. And top side, we do see... I'm a little bit nervous. But yeah, this is really greedy here for the plate from Zeus. He's just punished by Dudu. Yeah, there's not really much forgiveness for this one. That's just straight up greed. But up here on the follow-up, he's just chain CC'd here. Taeun tries to go for this and pick up some extra gold. Bit of a mistake here, how that's juggled, and he actually takes way too much damage, and Owner will trade it back. But still, picking up some money on the Zeri. 3 assists now she has.
Yeah, Zeus might be in trouble again as Dudu level up. And Zeus is running the wrong direction. That's his strategy. He can move him back, so I don't think that Zeus is going to die here or anything like that. And Ona is going to turn up as well.
One thing I want to say is that Kwangdong have really just committed to our bot lane doesn't exist where he needs to be to stop this from going down, so this is just going to go down for free, and so much money is being given over.
Well, Taeun's still going to dive on in. There's the final chapter as Carrier with the barrier is going to come in. Taeun's dead. The Renekton also died somewhere on the map. Not entirely sure how that one happened. Ace in the hole flying towards Bulldog as Faker, still at full health, was making his way up. I liked the idea from Kwangdong Freaks. It did not work.
They're not too worried about the retreat here. Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Ace in the hole is going to come in, but it's going to be interrupted. Carrier trying to flash out of this one, does not work. Puts down the snap trap. It's actually kind of cute how that one went down as Bulldog looks for the backflip, does not get it, and also Gumyushi makes it under the turret, so he'll be fine. So 0 and 2 for Carrier. A little bit unfortunate on the Caitlyn this time around for the support Caitlyn debut. It will be a Chemtech Soul, so not a great one, not a favorite.
Not amazing, especially not for T1's comp, because they don't want any of these champions to be half health.
Well, Gumyushi just gonna have to try and get himself out of this one. Try and hope and pray.
There's the money.
And there it is. Taeyun's gonna pick that one up.
Finally, he gets his shutdown.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming.
A lot of money.
Long time coming. The Maokai set up there very good, punishing the greed once again for T1, but they're still trading up. You know, that's the thing. You get these punishes off not every time, but sometimes. But they're still killing the turrets. They're still stacking up that gold. And when we get to team fights later,
Ace in the hole, going to be blocked by Bulldog. Very nicely done. And Gumyushi's doing a great job of hitting these Qs and making sure that he... Okay. Ono just throwing that one willy-nilly. It's absolutely fine. Chains of Corruption.
Bullet hell!
A lot of dashes coming on in there as the Rift Herald going to largely be ignored. Is Ono in a bit of trouble? There is the Crocodile coming forward. Faker trying to get rid of Bulldog, but it doesn't quite work out. Now Bulldog on the run, trying to get out. Faker sets up the Sand Soldier and is going to be able to lock that one down. So mid lane and traded for the jungle as Youngjae could be going down here as well, but the net not going to connect.
Just takes so much damage.
This is crazy. Carrier's just walking at this inhibitor turret alongside Zeus. And he's putting down snap traps. He's just making it really difficult as Taeyun's going to take an ace in the hole. And Gumyushi looking for a little bit more. Final chapter comes down. Ona's happy to tank it. And this inhibitor's dead, Wolf!
Yep.
Like, what's happening?
I mean, no, there's no response because they try to make the Maokai rotation happen top. It doesn't work. If Maokai's bottom, you could try to set something up with your ult.
This game feels unfair again. Although it shouldn't be. It shouldn't feel like this.
It really shouldn't, but it does. And this is basically T1 saying, oh, CV Max, you like, you said this season's going to be a scrim. Well, we'll give you a scrim. Although most games that go like this, you cancel the scrim. You just say regame and you go to the next one. No TP wards, nothing, no options here. They have to kind of siege their way through the jungle. There's a Maokai ult.
Yep, Nature's Grasp to come in. That's a brilliant Glacial Prison to make sure that the Maokai can't get anything done. But can someone get out of here is the question as Emperor's Divide gets rid of Bulldog and Faker just sweeps him up on his way out. It's a 1-for-1 in the end. Ona might fall down, but honestly, he's done his job. Fantastically well done. Picks the right angle in order to escape as well. And as T1 just look to secure this soul, we'll see whether they do get it. T1 and Zeus and Gumyushi chilling here in this mid lane. Nature's Grasp once again as Faker shifts the sands to get out. Ona is going to break up the brambles as Youngjae gets into the backline. Carrier trying to keep himself alive as the Zeri is starting to have a moment, but it stops immediately. Youngjae also going to try and twist and advance his way around this one. Bulldog flashing after getting that shuriken onto Faker. Finally some revenge, but the game, I think, is just done. Dudu and Moham, they are left alive, but these Nexus turrets are not going to be so lucky. Look at a Jace just mow them down.
What a series we witnessed tonight, Atlas.
we definitely witnessed a series. Goodbye, Moham. You will be remembered as Dudu. I don't even think he wants to. Gumyushi's there, but he just can't get access. Hail Arrows comes down and Gumyushi's dead, and Ona is just going to get out his flail. Let's have a look at the damage numbers here as Zeus doing the most in the end. Very weird that Dudu had such a good time at the beginning of the game, and then things went horribly wrong.
I loved how Faker played this game. He identified there is one problem, it's the Akali, and he just, I mean, Bulldog only did 7.3k damage in this game. It feels like he should have done more because he was so scary.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Season 40 PUG interview. A team that is currently on a 3-match winning streak. The PUGs are Owner and Carrier. Congratulations. How do you feel, Carrier?
일단
It feels great to continue our winning streak, and I believe Kwangdong was a very strong team, but I think we were able to put up a great fight and keep our, winning streak going, so it feels great. Same, I watched, Kwangdong's VODs, and I was pretty sure they were also performing great. They had great potential, so I'm glad that we were able to get a win against them. We had a lot of fun picks today, and we had set mid by Faker and also attack speed, Kemen, for Zeus as well. Tell me about it. I mean, we were actually practicing this comp very often, especially for me, Caitlyn. But we were not able to, get our hands on it. But today, finally, it got unleashed, and I was able to have a lot of fun. And Owner, you were going all in for the bottom lane turret dives. It was mostly because, I had Prio in the jungle, mid lane as well, so our bottom duo was also having a great setup for a turret dive. Game number 1, Faker was so clever with his moves. He was placing a ward in between the tier 1 and tier 2 turret on the mid lane. So whose idea was that? I think it provided so many information. We practiced, this kind of a comp a lot, so we really wanted to get into the details, where we should place the ward, how we are going to play with the vision. And Faker was able to set up a great environment for us, and we were able to get the information of the enemy jungler, so we were able to make plays out of it. Keria, congrats on getting a POG as a support role, and you got POG twice already so far. So let's take a look at the replay. That Ashe arrow. The snipe was so powerful. Fiora actually got hit by it. Did you see that coming? I mean, every time I throw my arrow to the top lane, and I think 8 out of 10 times it always lands on the enemy top laner. And also Zeus was doing a great job on the top lane, so I was able to make some great synergy. I was like, yo, in 3 seconds it's gonna be a stun onto your enemy top laner. I throw my arrow to top lane and always finds the enemy. Keria, would you like to share any tips to other support players in order to get the POGs? Don't play Yuumi, Nami, Lulu. That's my tip. In game 2, we actually saw the first ever Caitlyn support of the LCK. Tell me about it. Zeri Yuumi or Lucian Nami, they're actually pretty weak in lane early on. So I was like, is there any way to punish it? And then I didn't see any option in the support champion pool. So I was like, maybe I should try Caitlyn. And we were able to punish them in lane. And Owner, in game number 2, Sejuani, was always on the front line taking so much damage, which is not really that fun, How was it? Well, I think you guys also already saw it, my face. I was really unhappy playing Sejuani. It was starting from the draft. But still, Sejuani was really, really a good pick to complete our comp, so I was on the Sejuani duty. Owner, when are we gonna see your Nidalee? I'm actually, having a matching outfit with Nidalee. A lot of people are waiting for your Nidalee on the Rift. Well, to be frank, in game 2, I was pretty vocal about Nidalee pick there, but they never let it through. They were like, nope. So I will keep working hard until the day I get to play Nidalee in the LCK. Your next match is the Saturday Showdown up against D plus Kia. How are we gonna prepare for that one? D plus Kia is really they're explosive right now. They're on a great momentum, so we will do our best to prepare for that series. I know this is a very hyped matchup. A lot of people are waiting for it, so we're gonna do our best and get a clean win up against D plus Kia. And this will be the end of the POG interview, and back to Valdez and Chronicler. Thank you.